We would go up to see my grandma quite a bit. I was named after her, so her name was Arvina as well. She lived at the time when I was little up in Black River Falls, which is kind of the seat of the Ho-Chunk Nation government. That's where the tribal office building is, and kind of the highest population of Ho-Chunks. So we would go up and spend the weekends up there and visit and just kind of, be at her house with her and go to powwows. We had various feasts that we would participate in, and both my parents are members of the Medicine Lodge, which is a traditional Ho-Chunk religion. So we would go to different doings quite a bit. It made me part of a community, whether it was my tribe or here in Madison. There was a very strong Indian community, and we used to get together, once a week. Everybody would come together at the Wilmar Center, and it would be like a Sunday potluck. So after watching Packer games, we would go down to Wilmar Center and have the potluck, and there would be singing, and some people would dance or kind of teach people how to dance or do crafts like beadwork, things like that. But it was really a chance to get it kind of solidified the Madison community, Indian community, because we were so spread out and throughout the city. In the Madison area, we have lots of different tribes as well. So it was interesting to see things that were different, but the same kind of overarching cultural things were mostly the same, and having value in that community and not just kind of thinking about oneself. I think we find out that a lot of Native kids, when they go away to college, go with the intent on bringing something home to their home community and doing something. It's not necessarily, I'm going to make $1 million. It's, well, I'm going to have this skill and then I can help my community. The first thing that I started to work on is working on the city flag. The City of Madison flag has an image in the center that is a Zia sun symbol. It was created like in the 50s or 60s, I can't remember, by a group of Boy Scouts. And it kind of looks like a capitol. So it's got the lakes and the isthmus, and then there's a Capitol building on the center. And that symbol is from a pueblo from New Mexico. And it's a very sacred symbol to them. And I want to get that symbol off of our flag because it's appropriative, and it's not from people who have a connection here. So just changing it, make sure that it is respectful both to the people who created the flag and respectful of the what they wanted to portray, but just it would be a simple change, and we just have to get that. That can be seen as something just very symbolic, but I think that goes a long way to the goodwill of Native people in the city, Native people who come to school here, seeing that it's a respect thing. There has been the statewide fight to protect mounds, Indian mounds, and I mean that's a pretty important issue around this area. It's part of our shared history as Wisconsinites, not just Native people, and it's something that we should be proud of, that all of us as Wisconsinites should be proud of. It's a really unique thing. You don't find mounds like these in other parts of the world. A lot of times underrepresented groups, whatever they may be, don't feel like they have a voice, and don't feel like anyone is listening to them. And I think that's the most important part, is making sure that communities that are marginalized or underrepresented, including tribal communities, have that seat at the table, and so that when things come up, when there are issues that need to be handled, that there is that mutual respect there, that you are able to talk things over and have some kind of understanding.